No, no. No, no. Hey guys, it's Kristen of Case Likes Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining. If you're watching, don't just keep watching week after week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the bell so that you're notified as soon as I post a video. This afternoon, I'm bringing you my second rice water video with a little additive that might be a little out of the box and off-putting for some. I've never used this additive in my rice water. We'll see how this goes. This is my first time. And in general, I want to give you a background on what rice water is and where that comes from. Rice water for hair growth is a method used by the Yao Women in China. Their village is actually referred to as the long hair village. The women have 6 feet long hair that they only cut one time in their lifetime. They've broken Guinness World Records with their 6 feet long hair. I lived in China for about 5 months. I learned about a lot of methods that really might seem unconventional to the average American for rice, and one of those being promoting hair growth. Rice grains have a really high starch content and are packed with amino acids, B vitamins, vitamin E, and inositol. Overall, those nutrients work to promote hair growth, increase shine, and make your hair really, really smooth. And in particular, inositol works to strengthen and repair your hair even after you've rinsed it out of your hair. If anyone's a little on the flaky side, rice water also helps to kill the fungi that causes dandruff, so you especially want to give this a try. The traditional method is to take rice and boil it with some herbs, extract that water, store it for a month, apply it to your hair, and then rinse in river water. I want to replicate that at some point. However, what prevents me from doing that is I really find it hard to predict a month out if I'll need protein or not. I prefer to do the Americanized overnight version when I am positive that I'm going to need protein. I can predict that within a week or two. But today, we're going to add onion juice to the rice water. I know, just onions. Yep, onions that are in your pantry right now. They go in greens, green beans, and dressing. Those onions. I'm going to add that to my hair. Onion juice provides your hair and scalp with extra sulfur to support thicker, stronger hair. The sulfur found in onions works to promote collagen production. We know that collagen helps to promote healthy skin and hair growth. Onions also boost circulation, so this is going to increase the blood supply to your hair follicles to really help your hair get growing. I know someone's probably already going off in the comments. I'm not putting onions in my hair. That sounds crazy. Trust me guys, it took me about 5 years to work up the courage to put onion in my hair. You don't want to put onions in your hair. It really doesn't hurt my feelings. However, I do want to let you know of all the possibilities that can really help get your hair growing. So let's get started. Here are the supplies needed to make our rice and onion water. I'm using an old coconut oil jar to put the mixture in. The container I used last time was a little too big. I want to make sure the rice water is airtight. You'll also need a couple measuring cups, a bowl, a strainer, white rice, a measuring spoon. I prefer to pour the finished rice water into an actual spray bottle to make it easier to apply. The Yao women add herbs that we just don't have in this country. Instead, I'm using lavender oil. You can also use tea tree oil. But you definitely need something to cut that old rice and onion smell. You can use any onion, red, yellow, or white, but I'm going to use yellow today because that produces a thicker juice. First, I measure out about a half cup of rice and I rinse it. Rice tends to have dust and debris from manufacturing, and you don't want that in your head, so let's get rid of that. We're just gonna swish it around between our fingers for 30 seconds or so. Now I'm going to get rid of that dusty, dirty water. Then we're gonna pour about 1.5 cups of clean water in with the rice. After pouring in that clean water, we're gonna knead the rice. You want to grind and squeeze with your fingers for a couple minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes or so those nutrients we discussed earlier will be released, and you'll notice the water will start to turn cloudy. Pour the little bits of rice and murky water into the jar. I'm gonna top this off with water. It doesn't hurt to dilute it a little more, and we want it to be airtight. We'll store this in a dark, cool place like a pantry or a cabinet for 24 hours. We're also gonna conduct a patch test. I'm gonna rub onion on my arm and let that sit for 24 hours as well. If you see any bumps or redness, onion juice is not for you. Because these onions are so small, I'm gonna use 2 of them. Let's cut these up to puree and extract the juice. Yeah, so I actually accidentally put these in the blender initially. I'm transferring these to the food processor. My bad, players mess up. I've poured the onion puree into the strainer and you can already start to see some of the juice falling. I let it sit for about 5 minutes. Came back and checked and we can do a little bit better than that. That's not quite the amount of juice I was expecting, so I let it sit for 5 minutes more. After 10 minutes in total, I can see a significant difference in how dry the pulp is now. I gave it a couple more mashes to get a little bit more of the juice out, and I am satisfied with how much we have. We are rounding the corner on the completion of this sorcery, I promise. Pour in the rice water and your fresh onion juice. Our last addition to the mix is lavender oil, known for its scalp healing properties. Essential oils are pretty concentrated, so you won't need to add more than a couple teaspoons. Give it a little twirl and you're good to go. Let's look at how we're going to use it. Before washing, detangling is an absolute must. I always use some type of lubricant to help the comb glide through my hair, so that could be water or a leave-in conditioner. I also pretty exclusively use wide tooth combs to detangle my hair. I literally didn't own a rat tail comb for a few years. It was definitely a Mariah Carey vibe, like, I don't know her. To each their own, but all those teeth in a rat tail comb are really ripping at your hair. Combing your hair shouldn't necessarily be a fast process. Of course, this is sped up, but combing slower and more gently, your hair that should be damp because you applied water or a leave-in will actually make room for the comb, thus leaving more hair on your head. Something as simple as combing your hair properly can make or break a healthy head of hair. Today I'm using the ORS Olive Oil Creamy Aloe Shampoo. I noticed some buildup. It's been a couple weeks since I washed my hair, and when I did a co-wash, so yeah, there's a little buildup and I want to wash that out. I want to ensure the rice water can penetrate my hair shaft and do its job. Another little tidbit to help retain your hair is to always work in sections. Try not to jumble all of your hair together in one big ball like it's an old school shampoo commercial. I know it's what we were taught, but I try my best not to do it. That's really only cause for more tangles, more ripping, and less hair on your head. I at least try to operate in 2 halves. But it really should be still working in quadrants, but realistically that just never happens. Okay, it's go time. I don't know if this is extra, but I just felt the need to be prepared. I put on glasses. Ain't no onion about to pop me in the eye. Of course, I had to give this a whiff. It definitely smells like onions, but it's not that bad. The lavender oil really helps to cancel out a lot. I concentrate on the scalp first. I really want the sulfur from the onions to cover all my roots. Your hair goes through 3 phases: a growth, dormant, and shedding stage. Sulfur extends the growth phase. I really enjoy the flexibility that rice water provides. You can use it a zillion different ways. Now today, considering we put onion juice in it, I did feel it was best to wash my hair, apply it, then wash my hair, and then I'll proceed to a moisturizing conditioner. However, generally speaking, rice water can be used as a pre-poo, and you apply it to dry hair, then wash or co-wash, and then move on to a moisturizing conditioner. The choice is yours, and however you choose to use it, in whatever order. What I do want to drive home is that you always follow up with a moisturizing conditioner. Because baby, this is a protein treatment. More serious heavy-duty protein needs to be followed with a moisturizing conditioner. You built your hair up with the protein and gave it strength, but you gotta make sure you replenish that moisture. I sat for 30 minutes without heat, and now we can wash this out. I'm gonna go in and do one light wash with the ORS Hair Repair Scalp Rescue and Detox Shampoo that's sulfate free. Following my second wash, I doctor up my moisturizing conditioner. I don't really measure, but I'd estimate this is about a couple tablespoons. I always add an organic oil to the mix, so castor, olive, coconut, whatever you like. The conditioner has been applied. I cover my head with a plastic cap and process it under a hooded dryer with heat for at least 30 minutes. A hooded dryer or a steamer will both get the job done. My goal is to share my thought process so that you can be strategic and build a healthy regimen for yourself. What I'm actually doing right now is going to my iCalendar and inputting what I will be doing next week for my hair. In my last video, I broke down how I alternate cleansing methods and alternate conditioner types. Since I washed with a clarifying shampoo this week and then applied a protein treatment, the next wash day, I'm going to wash with a co-wash and apply a moisturizing conditioner. After rinsing out my conditioner, I apply a leave-in conditioner. I make this one myself. It's aloe vera juice, water, glycerin, a splash of avocado oil, and a few drops of lavender oil. Besides the lavender oil, 3 to 4 of those ingredients are going to be the base of any conditioner or leave-in conditioner in your bathroom right now. On average, I don't use heat to dry my hair. Again, like Mariah, I don't know her. I either air dry or use the cool setting on a hand dryer. I have low porosity hair that loves to hold on to moisture. Given my hair was already damp, once I add a leave-in conditioner, that made it wet again. If I don't dry a little before moving on to the cream and oil phase, my hair will legit be wet for a day and a half. It's time for my absolute favorite moisturizer ever, the ORS Carrot Oil Creme. It's made with beta carotene and nettle extract to help strengthen your hair. Brief sidebar, I wanted to check my ends really quick. They don't look terrible, but they don't look great either. Projecting a trim will be needed in about 5 weeks. Looks like a pretty safe estimation. people. Say hi. Say hi, sweetie. Ooh. Okay, don't. Really? Ow! Stop! No. 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 I am definitely a protective style advocate, so I'm gonna throw some cornrows in and slap on a headband wig. Your hair grows best when you don't manipulate it and you just leave it alone. A couple keys to a successful protective style are to 1, ensure you moisturize and seal through the week. You might not be looking at your own hair all day, but don't forget about it. And 2, monitor how long you wear your protective style. Personally, I don't wear mine longer than 2 weeks. Extended wear can cause matting, which leads to tangles, which leads to breakage. I know onion juice might be a little out of your comfort zone. I'm not married to onions, so trust me, it doesn't hurt my feelings if this isn't something you want to try right off. If onion juice was a little too radical for you, you can still make rice water without the onions, and you'll still see results. Although I'm relaxed, I supply healthy hair tips for all hair types on my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to start the new year off with a healthy head of hair.